First of all, hello, AmeriCorps. Hello, National Corporation. How are you? Are you excited about your anniversary? Well, I am very excited for you. It's hard to believe that it has been now 20 years since we created this wonderful, wonderful opportunity. Tonight, I'm just filled, some with memory and nostalgia, the other with a hope and a prayer for the future. I think back to absent friends, like our own very dear and beloved Senator Ted Kennedy, who really enabled this legislation to be created and to be passed. And to great friends like Eli Siegel, the first chief executive officer of the corporation. And to think about the time when in the mid-1990s, when we had a new president by the name of Bill Clinton, and he was calling for kind of a new way to be thinking about how we were going to go on the 21st century. And a lot had been written by the generation of the time, the way they're writing about millennials now. They wrote about the generation of the 90s as the me generation, the generation that was focused on me, 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 me. And we didn't believe that. We believed that there was a whole generation of people out there who thought of themselves as the we generation, that we were going to make a difference. We want to make change. We want to be part of building a better America. We want to do that one community at a time. And we wanted to give an opportunity to that to be able to be expressed. And we also know that many of our young people, though, were facing enormous student debt. And for many, that the mere thought of seeking higher education was an obstacle, not because of SAT scores, but because of the affordability issue. So that's when we came up with the idea of creating an opportunity for people to be able to serve and then earn a voucher that they could use towards higher education or starting a business, or a few other things that would be empowerment-based. And we then went to work on this. But we wanted a new kind of framework. You know, we admired the Peace Corps and thought what a wonderful contribution it's been made. But there were those of us said, you know, we can't just model it on people who can go away. Not that that's not a bad thing, but that there are also people who need to be able to stay in their own community or want to stay in their own community. And in addition to full-time service, we came up with the part-time service model. But we were looking at really doing something in the spirit of America, and the spirit of America had two components to it. Number one, Senator Kennedy and I, people like Senator Hatch, really do believe when de Tocqueville wrote about our country, and he said that which was most exceptional about our country was that the people in the United States of America practiced something called the habits of the heart, neighbor helping neighbor, and helping neighbor simply because they are a neighbor and they need a helping hand. And that the other was that in addition in this country, that we have incredible technological innovation. We are the country of discovery and innovation, but our social inventions were one of the most important tools created for the empowerment of people. We're the country that invented night school. I don't know if you know that. No other country had night school until those who ran the settlement houses of the 19th century knew that from thousands and thousands and thousands of immigrants streaming through Ellis Island, where they wanted to learn citizenship, they wanted to learn English, they wanted to learn a way to be able to get ahead, who had to work a 6-day work week, or children in sweatshops, we invented night school. We also invented what was then called the junior college. After World War II, when our veterans came back, not everybody could go away full-time with their GI Bill. So it was to be able to go to school at home if you were already married and raising your family. And what is the consistent theme in many of our social inventions? The empowerment of people. What you can do, not only for yourself, but what is it going to mean for your community? So that's the kind of historical underpinnings of national service. But when national service passed, and I wrote an op-ed and spoke on the Senate floor, I said that which we are doing today, we cannot yet anticipate the impact. Because all over the United States of America, we're going to be able to assemble talent, energy, verve, vitality, and commitment. And they're going to do things we don't even know about, we don't even think about, we don't even know what those needs would be. And then out of this came national service, came AmeriCorps, came the corporation, called the Conservation Corps, the Senior Corps, all of these corps. And so I can tell you that in these 20 years, I am stunned, fortified, and inspired about what has come out of this. Over 20 years, 900,000 members have served. We never thought that would be. 900,000 people has served their country. And of that 900,000, it has been over 1.2 billion hours, 1.25 billion of hours out there in the community. In my own home state of Maryland, we have had over 1,800 AmeriCorps members and 5,000 Senior Corps members. And when we look at what's happened, mentoring and tutoring children, health services, responding to disasters, supporting vets, helping the environment, creating opportunity. What makes AmeriCorps great is this whole torch of really national service where you light up a variety of communities. You're not just, and what we like is that it's not only young people, but it's people of all ages, seniors, senior professionals, and so on. And now we look forward to, after 20 years, I'm looking for a robust alumni association. How about that? How many here are alumni? Very good. Organize, vocalize. I need you to vocalize about national service. Not only what you do, I mean, everybody talks about the Peace Corps alums. We love the Peace Corps alums, but I want to see the floor of the United States Senate, the corridors of the House and the Senate, with alumni talking about what you did and what you think needs to be done. And I, as the chair of the Appropriations Committee, yes, I've got the committee and I've got the clout, I've got the will and I need the wallet. Right now, it's $1 billion. I'd like to make it before Barack Obama leaves this White House, I would like his budget, me and my committee clout, working with the House. Let's see if we can at least get this up to $1.2 billion. I'd like $1 for every hour that you put in to national service. So, and then for all of you now, wherever you've gone in your life, many of you are big deals. Big deals. Be big with these deals. And in other words, because I think once you've been an AmeriCorps volunteer or in that part of the national corporation, you're that forever. Because for you, it wasn't about the voucher. It was about the calling. And the calling has led to commitment. And I just can't thank you enough for what you have done every day to change the face and heart of America. And I'll conclude with just one little story about what this has meant to so many, many people, and to thank you for what all you've done, and for us to look ahead for another 10, 20, 30 years and another 1 billion hours of service. A couple of years ago, I fell and broke my ankle and had to require surgery and so on. And as I was getting better, and it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I needed the help of a certified nursing attendant who was at the hospital where I was. And as this African-American older woman helped me, she said to me, "I hear you know Senator Kennedy." And I said, "Yes, I do." This was 5 years ago. Senator Kennedy was fighting for his life, and we were praying for him. She said, I hear you know something about national service. And I said, oh, yeah, I know a lot about national service. She said, well, you know, I'm an AmeriCorps volunteer. And I said, really? So she told me this story. She had been working as a domestic, and she heard, and she wanted to be able to go to school and do something. But she was close to 50. And yet she heard about this opportunity where she could become a part-time volunteer. So she told me how she went, how she applied, how she got into the program, how she was assigned to the health department, and as she worked in the health department doing community outreach and those health fairs and all we're familiar with, Dr. Scharfstein, the head of the health department, said to her, Mary, you got a real talent. And she said, you know, Senator Mikulski, nobody ever told me I had a talent. Nobody in my entire life ever told me I had a talent. And then that not only did I have a talent, I had a talent for helping people and communicating people and getting women to go for mammograms who too were afraid, or men to go for their prostate testing who were too scared or embarrassed, or know about their blood pressure or their blood sugar or whatever. I had a talent. She said, it was just so thrilling for me. And I learned about community resources. But I not only learned about community resources for me that I took out, I learned about these other programs for my grandson. You know, I'm raising my grandson. Now, my grandson then could get into St. Ignatius Academy, the school they're running for boys in the inner city here. And guess what? He's going to graduate. And he's got an offer to either go to Morehouse, where Dr. King went to, Senator Mikulski, or to go to UMBC, chaired by President Dr. Freeman Rabowski. She said, you know, AmeriCorps changed my life. And I hope to change the lives of other people. And I just want you to know that because of that voucher, I'm graduating from the Community College of Baltimore. And I hope you know about it. And I just wanted you to know what AmeriCorps has meant. I've tried to help people, and then AmeriCorps helped me, and it's helped my grandson. And the most important thing, she said, it was not only the college help, but being able to find a way and a place where somebody said to me, you got a talent. So I say to each and every one of you, you got a talent. Change the world. Change the world, change the mind of the world, change the heart of the world. Let's keep changing the world. Let's do it today. Let's do it tomorrow. Let's not only have a great history, let's have a great future. God bless you, and may the force and the spirit of Senator Kennedy be with us. Thank you very much. Hi, Wendy. There you go. Hi, Wendy. Are you going to talk now?
I'm going to follow you. How about having the godmother of national service on our team? Woo! Thank you. Thank you for the resolution today.
Hello, everybody. Are we excited? Yes, yes. This is not AmeriCorps without excitement, right? Yes. And a big heart. And we're so grateful for everything she does for us. And I want to thank my co-chair here, David Price, who's absolutely wonderful. And I think here's the cinema will be coming soon. And Wendy. Wendy, you're really great.